Frannie Rhodes here with your weekly Whoosh radio podcast review. Frannie Rhodes weekly Whoosh video podcast review from the Whoosh episode that I listened to tonight with Simon and Caddy on SiriusXM. Again, for those of you who can access it, that's SiriusXM channel 106 Whoosh Radio with Simon and Caddy, and that's 3 O's, WHOOOSH. Check it out if you can. If you can't, that's why I started doing these videos for everybody who can't access Whoosh in their area right now. I'm giving you a breakdown of what was played, who the artists are, what was said between Simon and Caddy, and what I thought of it all. So, yes, here we go. Oh, and I want to preface this by saying, yes, Lindsay Parker, who does the Volume West radio show, I guess at 5 p.m. Pacific time, every Wednesday before Whoosh comes on. I found that out tonight. Did have a chat with Simon and Caddy before Whoosh tonight. And I meant to listen to that, and I ended up going for a walk that I desperately needed. And I was listening to music on my walk, Duran Duran music. And so I didn't catch really any of her chat with Simon and Caddy, except for a little tiny bit where Simon was saying something about garlic. And do you know how big garlic is? And the cameras were bigger than the men. I don't know what he was talking about, but I'll go back and check that out. And I don't want to promise for right away, because I may not get to it right away, but I'm going to try to make a video for you guys for that as well, to catch you up on what the conversation between Lindsay Parker, the host of Volume West on SiriusXM, and Simon and Caddy was. She was going to talk to them about Whoosh, about music, of course, and try to get some information from Simon about the up-and-coming Duran Duran album, the newest one. And so we'll see how all of that went. I'll listen to it as soon as I can, and I'll make you guys a video for that too. So jumping into Whoosh this week. This week's episode is called "And Then I Gave It All Away." And that is a lyric from the first song that they played, called "Runnin" by DEBBY FRIDAY. I think her real last name is Vendrati, something like that. I think I saw that on Twitter. One of the social medias that they highlighted the artists that they were playing this week on. So I gave this one 5 stars. I loved it. Okay. So it starts out with this repetitive, sort of unintelligible chanting that goes into a fade in and out of the chanting to a really cool, unique twang of a beat. It almost sounds like a spring sound, like a door spring, not like the season spring. It sounds like a spring sound. And then it goes into this shocked vocal sound, kind of, but it's like instrumental, but it's almost like you can imagine it's like a vocal sound. I can't remember exactly how it is, but something like that. And then, and that's here and there throughout the song. And then it goes into some sexual moaning and growing and sounds. And all of this is to a cool, constant background beat. And I absolutely love it. It's very unique, funky, and fabulous. We found out that DEBBY FRIDAY was born in Nigeria, according to Caddy, raised in Montreal, Canada, now in another part of Canada, a famous part of Canada, but I don't remember exactly where, that I forgot. Yeah. So Caddy said she describes her. Oh, Caddy said that the artist herself describes herself as an experimentalist. Simon said she is. I have to agree. She definitely is. Using this song as a reference. Again, it's very different and wonderful. I love it. And now I want to check out more of her music because of this song. I think Nick would like this song. It's different and cool and unique and something new. So let me see. Simon said he was very stimulated by the song. It is very stimulating. I agree. So Caddy asked Simon, oh, this is just a little conversation snippet, and I thought it was an interesting answer. Caddy asked Simon how his week was. He said he did some things he didn't want to talk about on air. I thought that was interesting. Of course, the first thing that I think of when I hear him say that, or possibly anybody say that, is sex. But then he said he was productive. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe not sex, but maybe Duran Duran stuff. I don't know. He didn't say. I'm speculating. But it's mystery and secret from Simon. he did things this week that he didn't want to talk about on air. So thank you very much. Also, Caddy's sister's birthday is today. Her name is Robin. So happy birthday, Robin. I also want to point out that today is Atlanta Bean's birthday, John Taylor's daughter, and John Taylor and Amanda DeCadenay's daughter. Happy birthday, Atlanta. And there are lots of Aries around Caddy. Tanner, her son, just turned 11 last Wednesday, I believe, which was March 24th. And her sister today. And today is actually the day after my brother's birthday. My brother's birthday was yesterday. So there you go. So I wanted to sing a very loud, because I can right now, because my housemates aren't home, happy birthday to Caddy's sister Robin, and to Atlanta Bean, and for my brother from yesterday, and another one for Tanner from last week. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday, Caddy's sister Robin, John's daughter Atlanta Bean, Tanner Hughes, and my brother yesterday. Happy birthday to all of you. And many more. A little Randy Rainbow at the end there. So if you don't know who Randy Rainbow is, check him out on Instagram and his videos on YouTube. He's amazingly brilliant and absolutely hilariously funny. Okay, so the next song was from a group called the OUTCHARMS. It's called To Be Young and in Love. They're from Doncaster. Caddy said they're from Doncaster. Did I pronounce that correctly? And Simon kind of laughed and said, yes, you pronounced it beautifully. We call it Doncaster. So they're from Doncaster, England. I like the name, the OUTCHARMS. That's a cool name. It's different. So the singer's vocals almost sound Bowie-ish at times in some, like in some Bowie songs that you might hear. It reminded me of that. And also like a theme song for a TV show kind of sound. He also sounds somewhat Bob Dylan-ish at times. And even a little Johnny Thunder-ish at times. So John Taylor put Johnny Thunders on my radar quite a while ago through talking about him through an interview at some point or something. And I listened to a song, I think it was one of the songs on one of John's playlists of best songs or all-time favorite songs. You Can't Put Your Arm Around a Memory by Johnny Thunders. I love that song. His voice in that song kind of reminds me of this guy, the singer of the OUTCHARMS voice, in this song called To Be Young and in Love, here and there, not consistently. So there's a little bit of a mix of a little Bowie-ish, a little Johnny Thunder-ish, a little Bob Dylan-ish, and the theme song for a TV show. So there you go. Put that together. I didn't find the song to be exceptionally different in any way. It didn't grab me, but it's okay to listen to. It has some cool guitar chords towards the end. I gave it 2 stars. And oh yeah, and I gave the first song 5 stars, as you know, the one by Debbie Friday. So, oh yes, and thank you for putting You Can't Put Your Arm Around a Memory from Johnny Thunders on my radar, John Taylor, if you ever see this. I love that song. Okay, so, oh, and then there's a lyric at the end of this song that says, see you sometime next December. I do like that lyric because December is my birth month. Okay, so the next song is from a group called Hallan, H as in Henry, A-L-L-A, N as in Nancy. Again, I will be posting a list of all the songs and artists that were played in the description of this video. Hands Up is the name of the song. I gave it 2 stars. It's got a strong sort of anthemic kind of grand start to it, to the song. It's talking/singing, not just pure singing kind of a voice, a talking/singing kind of voice. We've had other artists who sung like that too before. On Whooosh, he was really talking over the music, not singing over it or with it. So Simon thought they were from Yorkshire, but they're actually from Portsmouth, which is not close at all, we found out. It would be like Biloxi in relation to Philadelphia, and that all came about because Caddy brought up this thing of, oh, you want to play the game, want to guess where they're from? And Simon guessed Yorkshire, but it was actually Portsmouth, which is not close at all. So we found out. So, yeah, that song, again, strong sort of anthemic grand sound to the start. I didn't really love it. I gave it 2 stars. Yeah, 2 stars for that one. Now, we got some questions. Simon was asked a question sent in by a fan, because Caddy and Simon do take fan questions on Whooosh. And I can't remember the exact email address to send it to. I think it's whooshradio@something.com. I'm not sure. I'll look it up, and I'll try to remember to look it up and put it in the description if you want to send them a question. So one of the questions they got this week was Simon was asked if he kept any of the art that Keith Haring did on set during his guest VJ with Nick way back in the day on MTV. And I love that guest VJ set. I posted videos from it on my wall. It was when Nick had orange hair, and so in the early days. So Simon said regretfully that he did not keep any of the art that Keith Haring created that day, which was basically painting the whole set. He didn't, and he wished he had. Simon really told him he should have too. And anyway, she reprimanded him. She didn't reprimand him, but okay. So Simon was also asked another question, alluding to his love of the Lord of the Rings Hobbit, alluding to his Lord of the Rings Hobbit talk previously, which does come up from time to time. If he could be a race, I think it was RACE, from Middle Earth, what would he be? And Simon said he would be an Ent. That would be E-N-T, if I'm spelling correctly. He would be an Ent, which is a tree. That's what Simon would be in Middle Earth. Caddy was asked the same question, and Caddy would be Tinkerbell. She doesn't know anything about Lord of the Rings Hobbit characters, which I actually really don't either. And so she picked another fantasy character that she should be, which is Tinkerbell, which is awesome. I can totally relate, Caddy. I would love to be Tinkerbell too. And also, by the way, Simon is a much bigger fan of The Hobbit than Lord of the Rings. Okay. So, getting on to the next song, which is Fka Twigs, HEADIE 1 and Fred Again. The song is called Don't Judge Me. I gave this one 2 stars. Now, Fka Twigs is an artist that actually Nick put on my radar. Nicholas James Bates, my Mr. Rhodes. He put it on my radar, years ago, and I can't remember even how was through an interview or something. He mentioned that he liked her music, which made me check it out. I did like some of the stuff of hers that I discovered. This one is okay. I gave it 2 stars. It went from profanity, swearing in the beginning, to Fka Twigs' high crystal lilting voice. That's how I would describe her voice. High crystal, like crystal sharp. You can feel it, and lilting. I love her voice. Back to swearing, then going to rapping with a beat and sort of dreamy sound behind the whole thing. I didn't love it. I liked Fka Twigs singing. I liked her singing parts, and I liked the beat, and I liked the dreaming sound, but I could do without the profanity. So I'm giving it 2 stars for Fka Twigs and the dreamy music in the background. Then we have a group called Darlingside, and the song is called Crystal Caving. Simon described this as open and airy, this song. I gave it 2 stars. It's a cool band name and song title. I like the band name Darlingside. I like the song title Crystal Caving. It makes me think of going traipsing around in crystal caves. Like if you're going on a crystal cave day trip, which would be magical and mystical. It makes for some great pictures too, wouldn't it? So it's got lots of guitar. It's kind of a cool guitar sound, mellow on the slower side, more music than singing. It was nice to listen to, but it's not a song that I would remember. It didn't have a lot of oomph, so I gave it 2 stars. Caddy said they describe themselves as Baroque folk rock. Simon describes them as folky as well, and I would say they are folky, Folky. Caddy said she was blown away by Darlingside's Crystal Caving. And then they went on to talk about the Fka Twigs song, which Caddy said was an incredibly powerful video for Don't Judge Me. Simon thinks it's going to be a big hit, and he also pointed out that Fka Twigs is a Brummie from Birmingham, like many of our DD boys. And Caddy said it's important for the Black Lives Matter movement. The Fka Twigs song with HEADIE 1 and Fred again called Don't Judge Me. So the next song was called Cain's Heresy. Cain's Heresy. The artist is the Lounge Society. I've noticed that about Whooosh, that sometimes it's hard to tell which one is the song title and which one is the name of the band. This one is called Cain's Heresy by the Lounge Society. That's the band. This was Simon's hotspot. So I guess this was his favorite one of the week. The song title or the song is based off of the Cain and Abel story, as Simon put it, where one of the brothers, I can't remember if it was Cain or Abel, crashed the other one's head in because of jealousy. It's a story in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. I've never read the Bible, forgive me, but I was brought up Catholic. Okay, so it has fast, heavy guitar. It didn't jump out at me. The best thing or way I can describe it is to say it has fast, heavy guitar, and it didn't jump out at me. I gave it 1 star. Simon really liked it enough to put in his hotspot. I've noticed that me and Simon don't really have the same taste in music. The ones that he always seems to love, I'm kind of just like, eh. But anyways, so another question that came in, this one tripped me out, because if you guys watched my video yesterday about the conversation with Lindsay Parker on SiriusXM Volume West show with Nick and Wendy Bevan about their Astronomia Volumes project, I did a video synopsis of that as well. Also, for those of you who can't access Whoosh right now or can't access SiriusXM right now to hear it, I made a joke that if they made another action figure doll set of Duran Duran, because of course we have Funko Pops, and I believe years ago they made a doll set of them. If we had another one made, and they came with accessories, Nick's accessory would be his email bing sound, because every time I hear an interview with him these days, his email is going off in the background. And Caddy even made a point to say once to him during one of his interviews recently, you know, you could turn your email off. And he's all, I could, but basically he doesn't want to. And I'm glad he doesn't, because I like it too. I think it's funny and just kind of cute. And it's something I associate with him now. So I'm glad that you don't ixnay on the email sound, Mr. Rhodes. Obviously he likes to keep up with his emails, but it's funny because I said that yesterday about Nick, that his action figure doll, if they made another set of Duran Duran's, accessory would be his email being sound. A question that Simon got tonight was Simon's, if they made a doll of Simon, what would his accessory be? That's so crazy that question came in after I just said that last night about Nick. So Simon's answer to this was, if they made a doll of him, which accessories would he come with? He said a large broom, because he does all the clearing up, and a cocktail shaker for obvious reasons. So that was just cool, and it just tripped me out, and I thought it was so funny that I was just saying that yesterday about Nick, and now someone came in with the exact same question for Simon, although mine wasn't a question about Nick, it was an observation. And then someone sent in this question for Simon about the exact same topic the next day, and that's just so crazy. So we're on the same wavelength, Simon, Caddy, and person that sent in that question. I didn't get your name, but thank you very much. I just thought that was amazing, and I loved it. So the next song was from a band called Ed the Dog. The song is called Untitled.Crashed.Crashed.Crashed. It has echoey vocals, it's fast, it's loud, hard to understand the lyrics at times, and you guys know how I love lyrics and how it's important for me to be able to understand what's being said. It counts a lot for me in a song and how much I end up liking it or not usually. It's another raucous one. They've played several of those on Whoosh over the weeks that I've been listening. Raucous isn't my favorite. It seems like it's just thrown together and there's not much thought to it. So I gave it 1 star. For Ed the Dog, Untitled HOTSPOT.crashed.crashed.crashed. Even that title, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay. So the next song was called Plants and Animals. I believe the band is Plants and Animals. The song is called Le Queens. This is the one that Simon was talking about um in Duran Duran's video post about it today, about the Whooosh show tonight. I gave it 4 stars. I actually like this one a lot. Simon described it as dreamy. I believe it is a female and male duet. It's sung in French, very pleasing and kind of soft to listen to, but then with strong instrumentation and parts. I do believe it's a duet between a man and a woman. I couldn't understand what they were saying because it is in French. I took French in high school and I understand a few words here and there, but like not a whole song. So, but I'm going to guess it's a love song. It sounded like a love song. It felt like a love song. Again, this was the one that Simon was talking about in Dee Dee's post for Whooosh today, that it transports you to a different place no matter what's on your mind. And it's true. It really did. This song did that. I was transported to a French love story of a movie. And this could have been the theme song for it. This is really what I was imagining when I was listening to the song. It was beautiful. And so no confirmation on if it was a love song. I was going to look that up before I started the video and I forgot. But anyways, I was excited. I just wanted to get started on the video. So I really liked that one. 4 stars for Plants and Animals, Le Queens. Then the last song of the show was called, the band was called Soccer 96, and the song was called I Was Gonna Fight Fascism, featuring ALAB, and that's A-L-A-B as in boy. The singer singing, it was another talking, singing song, more talking really than singing. They were talking about all of the reasons he didn't fight fascism. Simon said it's about apathy, which yes it is. There was one funny lyric that really stood out to me. It said, I was going to fight fascism, but nobody wants to be that guy. And that made me laugh. I actually gave it 4 stars for entertainment value. It was, I was going to fight fascism, but I was tired. I was going to fight. I don't remember all the exact lyrics, but basically these are some made up examples of mine to give you an idea. Not really what was in the song. I was going to fight fascism, but I had to feed my cat. I was going to fight fascism, but I had to go to the bathroom. I was going to fight fascism, but I had to iron my shirt. And then at the end, I think he sums it up with, I was going to fight fascism, but I was afraid. Profound in an entertainment value, entertaining song. So, that was our Whooosh episode for tonight. I'm excited because I got this video done all in one shot. I'm so happy. I discovered a way, I mentioned on last night's video, I discovered a way to clear out a bunch of space in my phone. So my phone isn't cutting off after 5 and 10 minutes and I'm not having to make 4 and 5 installments for one Whooosh episode. It's one smooth shot, baby. So yes, we're at 23 minutes and 16 seconds and it's all one smooth one, single one. And I'm so happy and excited because that will really add a lot to the viewing experience for you guys. And it really helps a lot in making me not frustrated and want to throw my phone across the room in the middle of trying to do a Whooosh review. So yeah. Anyways, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the review this week. I'll be putting a list of all of the songs in the description box as always, so you can check them out yourselves. If you cannot access Whooosh right now in the area that you live in, and you can stream them elsewhere and listen to the music at least, and still be able to check that out. And I enjoy doing it. I'm enjoying doing these, and I'm especially enjoying doing them when it's one straight shot of a video, and not all truncated and crazy. And I hope you guys are enjoying them too. And I will see you next week for another Frannie Rhodes Whooosh Radio podcast review. Thank you very much, and bye for now.